Zimbabwe alone, we produce probably over 140,000 tons of polystyrene, new polystyrene every year. And maybe it's used for 2, 3, or 4 seasons, but eventually it breaks down. And when it breaks down, it's unusable. The polystyrene that we're talking about mostly comes from the tobacco industries you mentioned. And it also comes from the retail industry as well. Because when you buy your TV, when you buy your fridge, it comes with that white foam that protects those products during shipping. So mostly we just collect from retailers around town who discard it after opening their products. So the process involves collecting it, which is done by the organisms that we work with. So then we transport it to our factory. Then we grind it up into small granules. We don't only use polystyrene, we also use wood pallets, we use corrugated cardboard, and polystyrene serves as filling in bin bags like the one that I'm sitting on, and insulation in the Temp-Bag coolers that you see around me here. In terms of reducing waste, we've done a remarkable job. There was a single bag for our best-selling ones. We use approximately 400 grams of polystyrene, of which right now we produce them in hundreds. Polystyrene waste is a big problem in the whole world. Why? Because it's a non-biodegradable material. It takes over 500 years for it to decompose. So when you discard it, it practically stays there. You have nothing to do. If you burn it, it's a big pollutant in the atmosphere. It even produces a toxic gas called styrene. Here I have a cooker bag. So a cooker bag is a 3-in-1 function bag. You can use it as a cooker, as a warmer, and as a cooler. So it's a daily finishes of cooking anything that you cook through boiling. It can be your rice, your samp, or your green mealies. So what you do is that you simply kickstart your cooking process on your stove, then you transfer your pot into the bag, and you close with this lid here. Then you tightly seal with the drawstring that will be here. So the heat that you should have put your pot with inside the bag will be trapped, and it will finish off the cooking process for you without using any extra energy. It's called the concept of insulated cooking. If you bring food to boil and you are able to trap the heat, you can finish off the cooking process without using any extra energy. Then there's a cooler. It's filled with insulation right round. So this allows it to trap enough heat for the duration of the cooking process. Then for cooling, the same concept. When you put something that's cold, stays cold. If it's frozen water, it can actually stay cold for up to 7 days. We're taking waste, we're diverting waste that's supposed just to lie idle in the environment. We're making something that's functional and useful.